Hi dear friends, today we will recap and remake a very famous hit by Coldplay, My Universe. It's a song from their latest album of 21st year. So let's listen to it and then I will show how you can do it in Cubasis, just with Cubasis stock plugins. Even on Android it works. So don't forget to comment every question you have. I will answer every of them and subscribe to my video, to my channel. Let's go listen to the song. So my phone is not so strong to record video and play Cubasis project at the same time, but you got the sound we have, and it's I believe it's not bad. I will definitely was impressed when I received this sound from my phone from Cubasis. So you will impressed as well that you can do much more from with your mobile DAW than you do now. The most important thing is knowledge how to use your tool. So let's go. I will show you which tools I use here and the structure of this project. And we have here four main instruments: drums or beat. We have bass. We have synths and we have guitar. Let's listen to them separately. And then I will show which plugins was used to make this. Drums are huge. With no I have no words for just huge. It's impressive. Let's check the bass. As you can see, we have three different buses routed to bus, and all of them add special kind of sound to the final bass sound and muted guitar. And synth bass, the last but not the least. Okay, you got it. So let's start with drums. We have 9 tracks routed to drum bass. All these 9 tracks are made from 4 things. First, it's a vintage kit from Microsonic. It's a vintage kit 2. It's a stocked plugin, stocked presets, and I use kick, snare, and hi-hat from this preset. Let's listen to them. Let's listen. As you hear, all this sound are cool, and but we need to add some modern sound to vintage sound, and I used uh, electric kit from Microsonic. It's another stock preset, electric kit too, and it adds some modern, maybe not modern, but sound of 80s with reverb on snare and this kind of things every of us loves. So together, vintage kit and disco kit sounds in incredible manner. And hi-hats are just from vintage kit. Disco kick and disco snare copy. It's a verbatim copy of kick and snare from vintage sequence. So it was made no changes. So disco kick and kick is the same, snare kick and disco snare is the same, and hi-hat from vintage is another line. So, and to add some texture and movement in this programmed drums, we add loop. We add like live. You know, this live loop makes it really live, and this feeling of static drums are gone because this drum is moving and it has some texture which impossible to remake with programmed drums. I used a loop from, again, it's you can find it here in your project media browser, audio drum loops, and we have several loops from Steinberg here. I used drums which very close with our bitrate. We have not bitrate but BPM. We have 105 BPM, and we used 110 BPM mono drum disco 3 loop from here. And we have another loop. It's let's flam drums at 100 BPM. We use it every 2 bars. At the end of every 2 bars, we have a small part of it to add some high frequency. And last thing, which we use every 4 bars, at the end of every 4 bars, is toms. Again from Vintage Kit 2. Let's listen to them. These toms are a very important part of every 90s, 80s sound. So use it, and you will incredibly impressed when your song on mobile will sound like hits of 80s. So what we have now, we have two synths part. The second synth high, I will not show you note by note, by it slightly differs in notes. You can check here that at first we have just second and third chord doubled with synth high, while with first synth you will see that first, second and third chords, and in the second synth just second and third chord to emphasize second and third sound, and to add movement and to add excitement and some high notes. And in notes you will find that these synths are a bit higher than the first, but they use completely similar chords. What we have on bass here? We just have just channel strip, and for these sounds I use retro log. I started with bright octave strings, but maybe I will change. I was changed this preset somehow. So if you want to know more, ask in comments how to set this micro log to have this sound. Again, let's listen to this. You can find that these settings, which you saw here, chorus, early reflection, and works, really add some depth and some professional kind of sound. Watch settings here if you want to copy them. Early reflections and reverberation. Room works as here. I will suggest you, if you want to recreate it, just stop the video on the second with settings and copy all the settings note by note. It's very important to keep all these small differences to make a huge impact on the final result. And now let's go. Here is bass, very funky and snappy. Here we have 3 tracks of bass: main bass, sub bass, and slide bass. I use micro log for these basses, bass octave bass, but I again made some changes to the preset, so if you want to know more, just ask me in comments, I will show you. And sub bass, it's the same preset, but I was changed it completely. At first you can see we have in sub not so, but sine wave, and some other preset, some other settings were changed for sub. And slide bass, most interesting for learning. It's a preset from Microsonic slap bass, and we made some interesting stuff here. Watch, and you will we will use it in your project, and you will watch difference. You know, watch here. This pitch bend slide for every first note. Listen to it. Let's solo this and listen again. Do you hear this slide for every first note? And it was made with stock plugin in Cubasis. But this pitch bend slide gives this nice real sound of funk. I love it. Use it, really. Let's watch again. Every first note. Every first note we have slide of pitch bend. And last but not least, it's a muted guitar, and the riff here makes this again funky and funky feeling. It's used muted guitar preset from Microsonic. If you have intention, let's check settings of this plugins. Channel strip, I was used it to cut low and high ends, really cut. Then compressor set to minus 30 dB with 5 ratio and fast attack and very fast release. And we have tube heavy saturation here. And then we have amplifier, DAC1. All of these plugins, I said another time, it's stock plugins in Cubasis with low drive and treble. And then we have delay at dotted 1/4 dotted, you see, and feedback about 9% and mix 13%. And we have chorus after all this chain about 3 kilohertz. You can watch other settings here. So it makes this sound of 80s again, funky sounds of Billie Jean, Michael Jackson's records. So you can see that you can do everything in Cubasis. Not everything, but you can make a first good scratch with the sound of professional audio. It's made in maybe 1 hour. The main thing you have to remember, knowledge are much much more important than tools and techniques and everything. Just copy these settings, just copy these plugins, and it will sound as you want it. Don't don't try to reinvent bicycle. Just keep it and ride bicycle. So guys, I will happy that you were with me this video. So comment below, please subscribe, and I will show new videos. My next video I will remake Bruno Mars. It's another style. It's R&B style, soul style. If this one is more rock, disco pop, then that you will see how to make another style in Cubasis. It's impossible, and I will show you how. So subscribe, comment. I will answer every single comment with my passion. See you. Keep listen to good music and keep love your life.